Welcome to Geometry Box. Today we are going to build ATM application. So let's start. So the scenario we will discuss, that is context. So I'll briefly tell about the context. Let's assume that you have joined in a company recently and your boss came to you and given a task, that is you have to implement an ATM machine, that is automated teller machine, to dispense the cash, to deposit the amount, and to check the account balance and to change the ATM pin. So these are the functionalities given along with the problem statement. So you taken this challenge and you are going to implement the code. So how you can implement the code end to end as a beginner. So first you will go through the problem statement. So you have to build an ATM system with below functionalities. So the functionalities includes these four. So let's code. So to first, before coding, we need to gather the requirements. So what are the requirements we need to do anything? First, we need to get opening balance of particular account. You assume that all these things relate to only particular to one account. Later, we will expand to n number of accounts. Accounts balance is, let's assume, $20,000, and another variable also we require. Another variable or data we require, that is current pin. So current pin is, let's assume, 1234 is the my current ATM pin. Usually these details we will not store in the variables. These details we will fetch from databases. So here, as we are beginner, so we are starting with the variables. So let's start. So we have defined the variables, and then we are going to implement the functionalities. What are these functionalities? To check the account balance. So to check the account balance, we will define the function. So what is a function? Function is a block of code which we can reuse for many times. So def is a keyword which tells we are going to define a function. So def display balance. So always make sure that your function names are meaningful. As a beginner, I will give always full name so that it will be understand to interpret, and when our code gets increases. So I have defined one function called display balance. So another functionality required is withdraw. So let me define another function called cash withdraw, and another function cash deposit. So another function pin change. So change pin pass. So it's clear that till now we have defined four functions whatever given in the problem statement, but we haven't implemented those yet. So let us implement one by one. So first one is display balance. For display balance, what I required, I need opening balance. I can simply use print statement. um, your account balance is dollar format opening balance. Okay, so whenever we call this display balance function or method, so this will be printed. Your account balance is opening balance. This opening balance usually now we are fetching from this variable. So later we will fetch it from db in intermediate and advanced courses. So one functionality is done, and second functionality, cash withdraw. So cash withdraw requires one parameter, that is withdrawal amount. So whenever we call cash withdrawal, we have to pass withdrawal amount also to the function. So what it will do is, first it has to mention that access we are going to change to the global variable, that is global opening balance. Later we will replace these global variables with class. What we will do is, we will put all these functions in one particular class. Then we will access all our variables and inside that class, and we will update. But currently we will use global defining global variable method to update the opening balance every time. Okay, it's fine. So whenever someone come to withdraw amount, first we will what we will see, we will display him what is the current balance. Your account balance is format opening balance. Okay, so we have printed opening balance. After that what we need to do is we need to detect the withdrawal amount from opening balance. So that is we need to update opening balance. So opening balance is equal to opening balance minus withdrawal amount. So we updated. Now we have to print updated balance. So your current account balance is dollars. So one thing I am again reiterating. So this printing I am using the formatting method. So formatting method what it will do is whatever the variables we are giving here, this is in a chronological, that is sequential order, they are going to sit here. So if I have one more braces, I need to pass one more variable. So this variable is going to sit in this parenthesis, that is flower brackets. And similar way this opening balance is going to sit here. So similarly I need to go here and I need to format the string, that is opening balance. So opening balance is going to sit here. That means your current account balance is this, whatever the value present in the opening balance it will be printed here. Now we have successfully implemented the cash withdraw function. So now what is the next function? Cash deposit. Let's assume one user came to the ATM to deposit the amount. What you will do first? First we will print the what he deposit the amount. Before depositing the amount, what we will give is we have to give the details of what is the amount before deposit and what is the amount, what is the current balance, bank balance after deposit. These details we need to print. So you print same thing. Let me do copy paste so that it will not consume over time. So you can see, right, I'm printing. So before that one, you make sure that mentioning the global variable as opening balance. Okay, because you can clearly see I also used opening balance variable in display balance method, but I didn't mention anything to anything here. But I mentioned global variable opening balance as global variable, and here also I'm mentioning because here I didn't do any modification to opening balance variable, but here I did some updation on opening balance. To do any updation, we need to mention that the variable which we are changing should be global. We are telling Python programming that whatever the changes here we are doing, that should reflect in the global variable. That's what this meaning is. So we are printing and then we have to perform the operation. And opening balance equal to opening balance plus deposit amount. Here we forgot to pass the deposit amount. Without that it will not update. So after doing the changes, we have to print the updated balance. You are updated, it's meaningful, you are updated. If you give that meaningful, then it is meaningful. So here we need to update our opening balance, and then we have to print the updated account balance. That's it. So we have implemented three functions: account balance check, cash withdraw, cash deposit. Fourth one is ATM pin change. So it is a little bit different. So change pin. So change pin, we will take new two parameters. One is current pin and a new pin. So these are the two parameters we will take. So for this, we need to make current pin as global, because we are going to update the current pin. Global current pin. Instead here current pin, you can use entered pin. Old pin and new pin. So don't confuse that. Old pin and new pin, these two variables are entered by the user. This current pin is which is storing in our records. That is usually your currently using pin. Okay, usually it is a pattern that whenever you want to change some new pin, you will ask old pin along with new pin. If old pin and current pin doesn't match, the system will reject. That means it will not update. The first thing is it will check if old pin, if not old pin equals to current pin, you just print um, invalid old pin, please try again or visit the branch, nearest branch. Okay, so if it matches, then we need to update the current pin. Current pin is equal to new pin. All right. So and also we need to print the message. ATM with ATM card ending with 23. ATM card pin ending with is updated successfully. So we are going to print the messages. So you can clearly see here we are implemented the four functions. So function 1 display balance, and function 2 cash withdraw, and function 3 cash deposit, and function 4 and change pin. So I am running this one. You can see, right, opening balance is $20,000. So and I'm setting current pin as 1234. So these are the records present. So what is the next thing we need to do is we need to implement the interface, that is front end. So interface we need to, usually this one we will call as UI or front end interface or front end. So this is we are using CLI, that is command line interface. So later this command line interface will be changed to graphical interface, that is whatever the applications we are using, browsers, operating systems, this and all we are command through graphically we are interacting with the systems. But for the beginner, as we are beginner level, so we will interact to the Python system via command line. So what I need to do is I need to do power to the system infinitely. That means whenever you go, all the time the ATM will be on. So similar way we are using here, all the time our application will be waiting for the user response. For that we are using infinite loop. So what whenever we give this condition, it is a logic for infinite loop. What I need to do is first I need to print the user welcome to XYZ bank, and so we are going to use multiple lines, so it's better to use triple quotes. So it will automatically consider new line character. welcome to XYZ Bank. One is um, check account balance. Second option is cash withdraw. Third option is cash deposit. Fourth option is, what is fourth option? Change pin. And fifth option is exit. Let him exit if he wants. Or else let's remove, because we are going to give all the time it application should be run. So I'm giving break statement to just print once. Let's check whether it is running correctly or not. So welcome to XYZ Bank. So these are the options we are giving to the user. So now what we need to do is we need to get the choice from the user. For that we have to define choice variable. I'm defining choice initial as a none, that means nothing. And then later I will take choice is from user. So choice is an integer, and input is the method which will be taking input from the user. And here is the custom message: please enter choice. So here the user will enter the choice. Let's run it. Let me check one. So without any error it ran. So now we have to depends on choice, we need to run the, we need to call specific functions which we implemented previously. So I'm implementing if choice equals to 1. I need to implement one case. And elif, elif is for another alternative condition. So choice 2, and elif choice equals to 3, we need to do another condition. And elif choice equals to 4, we need to pass another condition. Else print invalid choice. All right, invalid choice. These are basic things. So you just believe that we should not use if too many if else conditions in any programming language. It will increase the circular complexity. Later we will discuss about these concepts. As of now, for understanding, we are using these if else statements. Please remember that. So a good program should not contain too many if else conditions. So let me, so if choice one, so what is the choice one? Check account balance. For account balance check, what is the function we implemented? For account balance we check display balance. So I need to call display balance method. So I need to call display balance method. For display balance method, so we do not require any parameters, like any parameters we didn't require, so we will simply call this method. So if choice equals to 2, if choice is equals to 2, it is for cash withdraw. So for cash withdraw we have to take amount. So amount also we need to mention here, amount equal to none. Let's assume amount equal to initially none. So later if choice is either withdraw or deposit, we need to take amount. So amount equal to integer input enter withdrawal amount. So once if you got the withdrawal amount, then we need to pass this amount to withdrawal amount. Let's have a amount itself. So withdrawal amount we have to pass to the withdrawal cash withdrawal function we have implemented. So we'll just pass these things to cash withdrawal function. Cash withdraw, and what is that one? Amount we need to pass, right? Withdrawal amount. So if choice equals to 3, so we need to pass is a command which we tells Python to do nothing. So it will avoid syntax errors. For that purpose initially we define the skeleton, and then we are implementing all the codes inside that skeleton. So if choice equal to 3, so if choice equals to 3, we are going to deposit the cash. For that we have to take the amount. So that is deposit amount, we have to take the deposit amount. For that one it is an integer. So that is an integer, and then we are going to input to take the input function from the input user, and inside that one we are printing the custom message: enter deposit amount. Once if we get the deposit amount, we need to call our deposit function. What is the deposit function? Cash deposit is the function, so we need to call the deposit function. So deposit function we need to call with the amount. So we have implemented three cases and we are going to define fourth case. So what is the fourth case? Change pin. So if it is a, if he user selects changing his ATM pin, so immediately what we have to get, we have to get two things. And what are those things? And entered pin and current pin. So you just assume that entered pin or else old pin. You just use old pin equal to none, new pin equal to none. So we are defining all the variables as none. So immediately if choice equal to 4, you need to ask is your old pin. So that is also integer. Input enter your current pin. Once if he enters current pin, we have to ask new pin. Int input enter new pin. So we will be getting new pin also from the user. Once if we get to work old pin and new pin, then we have to call the function, that is change pin is the function which we implement. So it will take two parameters, old pin and new pin. What we will do is, so we are going to call that method with old pin and new pin. We are calling. We have done almost all the things we have done. If it is a thing, then it has to break. It has to say invalid choice. I am removing the break statement and let me run this. You can see, right? It is asking welcome to XYZ bank, whatever the bank. You can see any bank, you can see, and check account balance. So let me check what is my account balance. So here it is printing your account balance is 20,000. Okay, my account balance is $20,000, right? I need to go to some retail store. So for that I need to withdraw some amount. So let me withdraw amount. I need let's say $500 withdrawal amount. So immediately it is saying your current balance is $20,000 and your updated balance is $19,500. Yeah, our application is working. Our application is working. Yo, that's good. So now we will do deposit. So after my shopping, so I got $100 with me. So I want to just deposit that $100 into my bank account. So for that also I'm using this ATM machine. So let me deposit 100 rupees. It's updated from 19,500 to 19,600. Okay, that's fine. And now I thought that I want to change my pin. So I am entering. So first, let me try with the incorrect pin whether it is working or not. So it's asking my current pin. Actually, my current pin is 1234, but let me give 2345. And new pin, I want to give some 4321. It will say invalid old pin. Please try again or visit the nearest branch. So let me try again with correct details and change your pin. So my current pin is 1234 and enter new pin. So my new pin I'm going to change is 4321. Yo, it is giving ATM card pin ending with some 2233 is updated successfully. So that means we are, whatever the task given by the boss or manager or teacher or lecturer, we completed successfully all these things. Account balance check, cash withdraw, ATM pin changes. So these are the things we completed successfully. So this is the interface will be given to the user who are going to use our application. Let me check one more thing. I will give some 6. So it should give invalid choice. Yes, our application is giving invalid choice correctly. So that's it. So we have completed ATM application. Now let me give you the things what we can do, further things. So let me add one more block code. So what we can do further things, further improvements. Further improvements. So what we can do further improvement, that means in intermediate what are the things we are going to do, right? What are the improvements we can do here? Let me go through the things from the bottom. So opening balance, so first thing is we have to replace this thing with our db. So first thing is mm, integration with database. Let me put all these things inside this, or you going to be stupid. And later code enhancements and design patterns, and then all other like loggers, test cases, and some functionality improvements. That is like, for example, asking user to enter new pin new pin 2 times. If it fails, etc., we can cover in the further, that means intermediate and advanced courses. So I'm going to conclude these things. So we came to the point where we have given one application requirements which requires these four functionalities, and then this is how we implemented our application. And this is the backend code, this is the backend code, and this is the front end code, that is user interface. Here we are using command line interface for the user. You can see right here our application will be serving to the users. So these things we can give as API also. So that's it guys. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe my updates, and please share it. So I am we promise to bring you to the advanced level. And thank you very much. Thank you. So please refer the, if you are new to this channel, please refer the channel playlist from the beginning. Thank you very much. Thank you.